The crust for our French silk pie. The reason we say it's the world's best, well, obviously we're biased, but two things are that instead of a graham cracker crust or traditional flour crust like you would use on an apple pie, we use vanilla wafers. That really gives it a fun flavor, counterbalances the sweet of the chocolate very nicely, complements it. Take 30 to 33 wafers. That will do our two student pies, two 8-inch student pies. We are going to take our rolling pin. You at home could use a food processor or a blender, like I have a Ninja blender. But in class, we use a rolling pin and gently break them up. You don't want to bang so hard that you're going through the bag. We need to get them into a fine crust.
Pause.
See how nicely pulverized and finely ground our vanilla wafers are? Pouring that into your large mixing bowl carefully. Place your bag to the side. I have 1/2 cup of sugar. Just making sure that it's 1/2 cup. It is, sorry. And then we have 1 tablespoon of butter that's melted. First, I'm going to stir my vanilla wafers together. This is going to be enough for both crusts for both students. So sugar and wafers are evenly distributed. If I see any little spots that I want to grind up anymore as I'm going through, that's a nice opportunity to do so. Sometimes it's not as thorough as you thought. It looked really good to me when I was doing it with the bag. So do use this as a last opportunity to get a little more finely ground. If you're at home, a Nutra Ninja or some other fancy blender would work. Our melted butter, which I had melted about 10 seconds worth. Make sure you get all of that yummy butter so that it'll coagulate and stick together, that it'll stick together. And notice how I have to use my helper hand to hang on to my bowl. If I don't, it's not going to stick together. Seems like, oh, there's certainly not enough. And if we need more, we can do a little bit more. But I do know that too much will make it too soggy. This is the only part of the crust that we're going to have to bake, is the crust. The rest of the pie is a chilled, refrigerated pie. And it uses raw eggs. You'll probably be like, what? I can't believe we're going to eat raw eggs. But since they're pasteurized and they're kept cold, it'll be okay. So we're distributing about half. And if we need to, we can take some out and bake Peter to pay Paul, so to speak. Okay. And now we just start gently distributing and pushing our pie outward. And we do want to make sure it's pressed in there really well so that it'll firm up. And that's what we'll do with both of them, making sure we get up around the sides. And then we'll bake it for 5 minutes at a 375-degree temperature. We are making the filling for our French silk pie. We have 1 cup of sugar, 1.5 chilled cold butter cut into